management experts, and heroic students. On the behalf of Mother Teresa Engineering College, who have clubbed all of us for this two-day national conference on business management in 21st century and emerging trends, challenges, and opportunities, organized by a legendary department, Masters of Business Administration. Well, Dean Williams, RE, once said, "The aim of education is not of fact, but of values." It is an occasion like this we get opportunities to test our knowledge and understanding. We look forward to get an exposure about what the best of the brains think about this very dynamic issues and challenges. Who completed his MCom, MBA from Kakatiya University. He has awarded UGC NET JRF in 2011 and completed his PhD in University of Hyderabad. Who is the Director of Conference acting as Head of Master of Business. You to occupy this chair, sir, please. I request Ashia to present.
Hey! Right up.
Thank you, sir. I request Ramya to present the bouquet to our principal. Thank you, sir, for being over here. Charity, focused in developing the student's career. Thank you, sir, for being over here. I request Tejaswini to present the bouquet. Thank you so much, sir. It's an honor itself to honor our esteemed guest, a person with immense knowledge, well-known for his hard work, make everything possible with an eminent thinking. That is our chief guest, Dr. K. Ramalu Garu, from the School of Management Studies, from the University of Hyderabad, completed his MCom, MBA, PhD from Kakatiya University, bagged MPhil from Nagpur University, guided many scholars and also guiding many students. The person having a radiant knowledge and brightening the path of students. Thank you so for your presence. I request Priyanka to present the bouquet. I'm delightful to call upon the special degree in business management from Kakatiya University with 18 years of teaching experience, including 8 years of administrative experience of managing an affiliated PG college offering MBA. Sir has been published many publications in different journals and also guiding many students. Thanks, sir. Thanks for being over here. I'm very happy that all the dignitaries over here for being for this conference. And let us start with light happening, Jyoti Prajwala. I invite all.
months onwards, we are working for this conference. There are 4 tracks in conference: finance, HR, marketing, and entrepreneurship. We have received more than 40 papers, authors from different states across the globe. I strongly believe that whether this type of conference, workshop, seminars, FDPs, then the institution will grow. Without this, the institution can't grow. I don't want to take much time. Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Okay, good morning, students. Hello. So once applause to our chief guest today. Under claps. Inka, Saripuru. So my sincere thanks to today's our chief guest and keynote speaker, Dr. K. Ramulu Garu and Dr. N.V. Sri Rama Prasad Garu, Sri Ranga Prasad Garu, sorry, from Kakatiya University and Shatavahana University. So thank you very much, sir, on behalf of our college, from staff and my students. And happy Teachers Day for all my teachers and to the chief guests also. So occasionally today is ours day, Teachers Day. So very happy, and my appreciations to the MBA department of our college organizing this national conference. So lot of hard work done by our HOD Upendra sir on this arranging of this conference, and we got, as sir told, we got the papers across our country and across the globe also. From other countries also we got the papers. So that is very good indication. So and even advice to all the engineering students, BTech students also, as we are arranging every...
Principal sir to share his words with us. Please, sir.
Very good morning. Respected Principal Sir Dr. T. Srinivas Garu, the Chief Guest of this conference, Ramul Garu and Rajendra Garu, and convener of this conference and dynamic HOD of MBA, Upendra Garu. So very good morning to one and all, and happy Teachers Day to my teachers and faculty members of MD's family. So the today topic, the business management in entrepreneur in Pettapalli. So I know the difficulties in the business side. So here 21st century is mentioned in this topic because, so what is the difference between 20th century and 21st century? So 21st century stands for the, and so build a financial growth. So build a one platform in financial growth. So there are so many difficulties. So in business field, so I know that one. So many researches are going on in business side, especially. So this conference is very useful to the MBA students and entrepreneurs. So listen.
And new businesses in this world. Thank you so much, sir, for that. It's my privilege that today we have our chief guest, Dr. K. Ramulu Garu, with us, and I request you, sir, to share a few words and guide us with your experience.
Out the class, and also others who are aspiring to be teachers. Anybody there who is aspiring to be teachers? Everybody should be interested. So I'm very happy to be here on this occasion, and I'm very happy to invite me on this occasion to speak on this given subject. So indeed the title which is given here is the 21st century business management. Whereas the century has started about 20 years already last year. 2001. So if you ask me to speak on the topic of business management, I think it should span even from different functional areas of the business. Not only one subject that I confine and then talk to you. But I don't know how much time that is given to me to speak on this. To be frank, usually I'm not prepared to tell anything. I told my students to excuse me indeed to come here because of my health conditions. But irrespective of anything, I am here. I would like to speak and give some words. It seems that the audience are different types of there. when I asked that how many participants actually they presented papers for this specific conference, I think hardly there are few students. Others seem to be, the students itself, right? Find that keeping view of the students there or the audience there. So the future generations who are going to work in the organization in the need of the hour. You need the new skill set because of the organizations are driven by the technology changes. You need to have the required technical knowledge. If you ask me that the important the development that has taken place in the 21st century is that the big data analytics. Because you see nowadays, as we know that there is about 40 to 50 gigabytes of data content flying around the internet. Zettabyte and yottabyte. Zettabyte is the highest one, where 1024 to the power of 8 is equal to zettabyte. Okay, the other one is the zettabyte. About 40 to 50 gigabytes of data content. Now the new invention is the big data analytics. The tool is Hadoop. I feel that the students, whether you are into whatever the course you are taking, but it requires for you to get the required skill, right? It is also learned that about 20 billions of worth of business that is going to be there for the business analytics or big data. And indeed we have in our university a separate course that is there for business analytics, MBA business analytics. Okay, the skill set is very important, and for which you require what is the ability to do that, and also of course the motivation is required, and also the attitude is required for that. And you know what is the ability of it. The motivation tells why he is going to do the work, but the attitude tells how well he is going to do the work. Okay, attitude is something that you understand about the given environment around you. So developing a positive attitude is very important for the future generations, the managers to come. Okay. The businesses are requiring those type of people. Listen. So to understand the attitude, let me tell you that there are 2-3 people involved in construction of a building. The first person is asked, what are you doing? He says that I am laying the bricks, don't you see? Third person is asked to ask, what are you doing here? These are even the people who are hiring, the employer, are asking that. What is that they ask is that ASK, ask is the attitude work, and S is the skill and knowledge. What the people ask is the attitude, skill and knowledge. Teaching, and you are getting it. Okay, and thereby with the getting knowledge, you will also develop your skills. And if the skills are met, if the organization is going to give you the required skills, and after they hire the people, they tell that we are going to give the required training to our people. But the attitude should be developed by the candidates, by the person itself, by the manager himself. So the manager should maintain always the equity among the people. And you see from the 20th century to 21st century, there are many developments that have taken place. And the important development that is only the technology area. And I heard recently about that, there are about 75 companies are going to die by 2030. It means the companies which are not involved with technology are going to die. The companies are going to be born now. There are about 50% of the companies that are going to be born. They are for group to talk to you, and thank you for having me today.
Over here, sir, and really guided us for the new path, saying that skills and attitude is much more important for us. Everyone, right? Thank you so much, sir. I'm very delightful to call upon a versatile person, our key speaker, Dr. N.V. Sriranga Prasad Garu, for address the gathering. Sir, please.
Good morning, one and all. If you listen to me for a few minutes, I will wind up very shortly, right? If you don't listen to me, I will take up till evening. What do you want? First 12. So, please listen to me, right? Because I know that you have different kind of navigations are there, different kind of activities are there. Am I right? But this is also a part of your activity. Learning something from the people who are coming from different places and sharing their experiences is also a kind of activity that you should know. Okay? I don't know how many people are related to this management field and how many are other non-management field, but whoever it may be, the topic is relevant to everyone. Because the title is 21st Century Business Management and Emerging Issues and Challenges and Opportunities. There are several things are there in this kind of title itself. First is 21st century. So how many people know about what is 21st century here? Are you aware? Yes or no?
Raise your hands.
Okay. Now we are into actually 21st century going on. Am I clear? Still another 80 years more to go for this 21st century. And now, we have witnessed a lot of changes from your 20th century to 21st century. I think during 20th century, we don't have any kind of a gadget like this. Is it there? Is it not so popular? Just started in the beginning of the 20th century. And now, we are living in such an age where without this gadget, we can't live. Am I right? That is the phenomenal growth that we have seen in the 21st century. And there is a lot of transformation has happened in the business, how it is being carried out. The way the business carried out is also being changed a lot. The way in the transportation field, or way it in your hospitals, way maybe in your education. See, any kind of a sector you look into, still more lot of changes are going to happen in the end of the 21st century and the 22nd century. So what has happened all these years? Particularly, the information technology and the knowledge society and ICT has taken a leap bound into the market and the way the business is carried on. Now, if you look into the current line of business of any business activities, without information and communication technology, the business cannot be carried out. Even the things, so-called startups you are talking about, many of the startups which are talking nowadays as a result of your ICT only. And also, you might have observed how many people know about Ola cabs and Uber cabs. Please raise your hands. Anybody know about it? Do they have? Do they possess? Okay, forget about Ola and Uber. Amazon, everybody knows Amazon? Manindi Pakkar Dukanam, right? You can modify the seating arrangement according to your wish. The car is generally will have a 4-seater and 7-seater, right? You cannot convert a 4-seater into 7-seater. But the Renault car which has come, I don't remember the brand name, that car has given such a kind of a facility for the consumer that you can convert, you can change that car into 6-seater and 7-seater according to your wish. 3-seater also convert. Now this is the kind of thing the consumer taste was talking about, and also the kind of competition that is happening in the market. Because every time there are great changes in the market and new business models are coming and new business things are happening here. Now that poses a lot of change for the managers, for the people, for the business to cope up with the changes and also make the things. Another kind of a challenge that happens in the market today is about the talent. The talent. Thanks a lot and have a wonderful session.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving a clear-cut explanation regarding the 21st century and how the artificial intelligence is going to have a vital role in the future and updating us regarding the changes in the environment. Thank you so much, sir, for being over here. And now it's the time for felicitate our esteemed guests. I request our principal, Dr. T. Srinivas sir, and principal of Diploma, Pavan Kumar sir Garu, to felicitate our chief guest,
Dr. K. Ramulu Garu with a small token of love and appreciation.
Sir, really it was wonderful, sir, your speech. He rose on a topic, and we know here not all the MBA students are there. We have mixture of MBA and engineering students also. So whether we do MBA in future or not, everybody has the opportunity to do MBA, whoever is here. So but every human being, whether he is educated or not, we are directly or indirectly related to the business management. Is it right? So by birth to death. So we are related with that business administration. So it is a part of our life. So it was really wonderful, sir. Within very short time, you have given lot of knowledge, lot of information. ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఎవరెవరు అది రియల్గా విన్నారో వాళ్ళకి అర్థమవుతుంది మరి. ఇజ్ ఇట్ రైట్? మరి ఆ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్ స్టేజ్ అని చెప్పారు. రియల్గా నేను కూడా నా మొబైల్ యూజ్ చేసేటప్పుడు లేటెస్ట్ టెక్నాలజీ యూజ్ చేయాలంటే కొంత ఇన్కన్వీనియంట్గా ఉంటుంది. బికాస్ అవర్ జనరేషన్ ఈస్ వీ హ్యావ్ మూవ్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ 28th century to the 21st century. But what the change I observed even in 2 years old or 3 years old చైల్డ్, చిన్న పిల్లాడు కూడా ఈజీగా ఈరోజు మొబైల్ అనేది ఎలా ఆపరేట్ చేస్తున్నారో మనం చేసుకున్నాము. సో సార్ ఒక మంచి మోటివేషన్ ఎంకరేజ్మెంట్ ఈ జనరేషన్ స్టూడెంట్స్కి ఇచ్చారు. అదేంటంటే యు ఆర్ బార్న్ ఇన్ ద 21st century, ఆల్మోస్ట్ హూఎవర్ ఈస్ హియర్ ఇన్ ద డిజిటల్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్ స్టేజ్. అండ్ ఎంత ఫాస్ట్గా చేంజెస్ అవుతున్నాయి అని అంటే ఎవ్రీ డే వీఆర్ అబ్జర్వింగ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ స్పీడ్ చేంజెస్, మోడిఫికేషన్స్ సచ్ దట్ కస్టమర్ ఏ విధంగా ఉన్నాడు, ఈ రోజు ఉన్న కస్టమర్ ఈజ్ నాట్ సాటిస్ఫైడ్ విత్ ఎనీవన్. సో ఈవెన్ మీ రియల్గా చెప్తున్నాను, నా లైఫ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ చెప్తున్నాను. వెన్ ఐ జాబ్ సెండ్ చేస్తే నా జీవితంలో సాధించినట్టు నేను అనుకున్నాను. బట్ ఐఎమ్ స్పెండింగ్ 10 lakhs per year ఫర్ మై 2 children ఫర్ దేర్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ నౌ. అండ్ మరి చేంజ్ చూడండి ఎలా చేంజ్ అయింది అనేది. 20 years back when I joined in this profession, 25 years back, that was the situation. That was sufficient అప్పటి క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ కి. But we can't calculate the future. We can't estimate the future. What the changes will come. That is the fastness. The generation is changing. Technology is changing. మరి బిజినెస్ అనేది ఏ విధంగా చేంజ్ అవుతున్నది అనేది చాలా ఎక్స్ట్రాడినరీగా చెప్పారు. ఇంతకుముందు బిజినెస్ అంటే ఏ విధంగా ఉండేది. అమెజాన్ ఏ వెరీ గుడ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యాజ్ సార్ టోల్డ్. మరి అక్కడ ఏమీ ఉండదు. మరి క్రోర్స్ ఆఫ్ డూ యు నో అమెజాన్ CEO ఈజ్ ద రిచెస్ట్ ఇన్ ద వరల్డ్ నౌ. తెలుసా ఆ విషయం? మరి ఆయన ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ కానీ టెక్నాలజీ ఓన్లీ ఆయనకున్న టెక్నాలజీ. మరి యు ఆల్ ఆర్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ స్టూడెంట్స్, టెక్నికల్ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్స్, MBA ప్రొఫెషనల్స్ స్టూడెంట్స్, అందరూ ఒక ప్రొఫెషనల్స్. మరి మనకి ఈజీగా మనకున్న మంచి టెక్నాలజీ యూజ్ చేసుకొని హైయెస్ట్ ఎర్నింగ్ ఉండాలి అనేది మనం అందరం కోరుకుంటాము. మరి రియల్గా సార్ మంచి మోటివేషన్ ఇచ్చారు. ఆ విధంగా ఆలోచించి ఈవెన్ మనం జాబ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు కూడా ఇండైరెక్ట్ గా విల్ బికమ్ మెయిన్లీ ఇన్ ద MNCs, విల్ బికమ్ యాజ్ షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ ఇన్ దట్ కంపెనీ. సో వెదర్ వి విష్ ఆర్ నాట్ శాలరీతో పాటు షేర్స్ కూడా ఇస్తుంటారు అని. సో అంటే ఇండైరెక్ట్ గా మనందరం కూడా మరి జాబ్ చేస్తున్నా చేయకున్నా ఏదున్నా ఈ MBA ఫీల్డ్ లోకి, బిజినెస్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ లోకి ఖచ్చితంగా మన లైఫ్ లో ఎంటర్ అవుతుంటాము. మరి అది చాలా ఆలోచించాల్సిన విషయం. 21st generation లో 20 years గ్యాప్ లో చాలా చేంజెస్ అబ్జర్వ్ చేశాము. సో అదంతా ఆలోచించాలి అనేది మై సిన్సియర్ అడ్వైస్ టు ఆల్ మై స్టూడెంట్స్ హూఎవర్ ఆర్ హియర్. సో హోప్ సార్ చెప్పిన ప్రతి వర్డ్, ప్రతి సెంటెన్స్ కూడా మీరు మంచిగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకొని మీ లైఫ్ కి దాన్ని ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేసుకొని ఒక మంచి బ్రైట్ ఫ్యూచర్ పొందుతారని ఐ విష్ ఆల్ ద బెస్ట్ ఫర్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ.
Small token of love and appreciation from our side, sir. Really, you enlightened us with your words. Now I request all the MBA staff to felicitate. Thank you for supporting us, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, sir. To take a small appreciation from our side, sir. Thanks for supporting us. Thank you very much for being over here.
A very main role in every student's life. Can you guess? Who? Obviously, a teacher takes a hand and opens the mind and touches the heart. Teachers mold the students and show them a bright future, and they show the direction how to move in our future. Heartfully, a very big thank to all the teachers from the bottom of my heart, and happy Teachers Day. Once again, huge round of applause for all the teachers. Every year we celebrate Teachers Day, successful president of India. A teacher is the second parent of every student. In every student's life, they will definitely have a favorite teacher. As we have favorite heroes and heroines, we will have a favorite teacher in our life. Teachers are the backbone of our society.
Sir, 1 minute, 1 minute. Oh, I should tell them. Sir, statement, sir. Statement.
Teachers Day is celebrated to pay tribute to the teachers for their precious contribution. So please, have a huge round of applause.
The world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt by a heart. Thank you is one of such prayer among them. I consider it's a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have been witnessed at college. And I would like to thank for all the wisdom and radiant energy of source of things with us. Will we remain very grateful for completion of the task. Once again, I thank you very much for being over here and make this program successful. Thanks a lot. Now we'll be having the lunch break. I ask all the people to have a lunch. We'll be having a technical session the next one in the afternoon.
Amlok Singh, Director, Varaniketan Institute of Management Studies, Karimnagar. He did MBA from Dakar University. He did PhD in Hyderabad Central University. I welcome Dr. Amlok Singh sir. Please come up. Present bouquet to Amlok Singh.
Hey, let us.
She is from Chapman University. Sushmita Vilkar.
Respected and head of the department of MBA department of this college, Dr. Rupendra sir, very good afternoon and special greetings to him because he was invited me to this national conference, and also I am very much thankful to the judges, those are here, and my colleagues and dear young managers, faculty members. Once again, good evening to you all. So my topic is for this session. I would like to introduce myself. I am Dr. V.L. Raju, Associate Professor, Australia Group. Let us go for this topic of the performance of MSME sector in Telangana state. In India and the state of Telangana, our beloved Chief Minister, Mr. KCR is looking up for this all sessions to development of small scale industries in Telangana, and he has to very much develop it and developing also for these sectors, especially for all very good and enlighten the development of the sector of Telangana, especially for MSMEs. Next slide. Now let us go for the subject. The micro, small and medium enterprises sector in India presents itself with a heterogeneous mix in terms of automation and the variety of products and services. While small proportion of MSMEs are strong in innovation and growth orientation, majority, about 94%, are unregistered and mostly established in the internal or unorganized sector, especially MSME sector in India, that is useful. It is also developing the growth of GDP. Now, globally, according to this World Bank group, is studying there are between 364 and 454 millions of MSMEs in emerging markets. Around 25 to 30 millions are formal for MSMEs, and 55 to 70 millions are informal enterprises. This reinforces the importance of MSME sector in India. It has been the case with many emerging economies. The MSMEs in India products about 6,000 products and engaged mostly with the manufacturing of food products, textiles and ready-made garments and leather products. This establishes the MSMEs units are concentrated in manufacturing sector compared to other services in India. The MSME sector being the contributor of 45% of industrial production plays a critical role in achieving the vision of Make in India, a manufacturing hub for domestic as well as international players. The presence and vision of Sri beloved Narendra Modi ji, Prime Minister of India, is also very much giving the cooperations to giving employment for this sector of MSMEs, micro, small and medium enterprises. Under the participation, a digital network platform called Telangana State Global Linker was launched. This platform, besides offering a host of benefits to MSMEs members, as such digitalization and e-commerce, store and access to business efficiency tools would enable to Telangana MSME to connect a global community of a small and large business and all sectors of units in Telangana state. The contribution to the production, exports, employment, in MSME sector has maintained a significant higher growth depending on the demand for the products. The variants for this demand for this product may be because of reasons like the seasonal demand, like fans and other goods, the functional areas of information, and it is useful for you. After finish your MBA, better to be your life like an entrepreneur. You studied at least, do you know, when you are going to hotels and restaurants, you have to use this just a paper to clean our hands. Do you know, like a tissue papers, at least you started the tissue paper industry. It's not a much more capital for the student these industries. Be an employer, don't be an employee, what we call the job seekers. Okay, thank you very much for giving this opportunity for this. This is the last new minister of Telangana that K. Chandrasekhar Rao sir is given, not given how many is registered, how many not registered, because it is a small business. Pandava is also one kind of an entrepreneur. A small hotels are there in the platform. This is also one small business. So totally 94% of sectors, unorganized sectors in India. No one can say exact number. You can ask the Telangana Chief Minister, even Chandrasekhar also. No doubt. Or India, wait. 1 minute. After that I will call you. In India, Mr. Nitin Gadkari, who is the Minister of MSME sector in India, he doesn't know because it is to giving very good employment to our GDP. The more employment to provide to this MSME sector. Right? Please stand up. So there are two kinds, registered and unregistered. So you have to go to registered according to the Company Act 1956. You have to go for the registration like a farm registration or private registration, you have to register. But which one is to start a small business, a dabbawala? No need to registration. No need to registration. You can start the business, a small one. After getting to pay the income tax to the government, then only you maybe have to register. Yes, there is a registered organizations are very much due to this MSME sector. We are providing to the employment of India. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Venkateshwaru, you have mentioned that some industries you have taken. Yes or no, sir? And why do you choose that industry? MSME, you have a tiny industries are there. Then why do you go for that?
Yes, give the mic. Understand.
That is what matters.
Yes, Mr. Gentleman, I'm sure what I'm saying here. So, for MSME sector, the industries are there, non-industries also there. See, earlier, do you know small-scale industries? Do you know tiny industries? Do you know khadi industries? Do you know other industries? All industries like a biryani right now, that is called MSME. How to prepare biryani, do you know? We have to cut it all the items which are to prepare for the biryani. Like that, in the MSME sector, our beloved Prime Minister has to sort this MSME sector like to develop it of Make in India. One man, one industry like that. It is a call for that. No, there is no small scale industry minister, there is no large scale industry minister, there is no tiny minister, there is no khadi industries minister, there is no mini industries. Only one minister by name Nitin Gadkari right now to develop it of MSME sector. This means micro, small, medium enterprises comes together for one name by the name of MSME sector. For all, Dabbawala comes under this, according to Venkateshwar sir. Industry also, Venkateshwar Industries, it also comes under this. Right? So,
Steel industry.
stand up.
Just now you have mentioned that. Just now you have mentioned that steel industry or something is steel industry, which means steel rolling industry. And my question is that why do you choose that? Why don't you go for another tiny industries.
Yeah, fine. It's good. Any more question here? You ask it all once. The time issue is precious. Right, okay. So, Sir is having very good doubt. Sir, why you are using all of industries? What about the remaining industries? Mr. Entuser sir is a faculty of this MBA. I am very proud of that. He knows very well. Due to the knowing of the students, I think. So you go for the plastic industry, you go for pharmaceutical industry, you go for other industries. You should be registered by, according to Company Act 1956, you should be registered. Or Factory Act 1948, you should be registered. You want to start with a small business, no need to register first of all. First you have to start a tissue paper. How to finish your MBA. No need to register. Who told you to register? I'm saying the word. No register at all. First you start at the small, tiny business first of all. Micro business you start. At least you supply that a small one. Newspaper business you started. No need to register. After fixing up this business, after development of the business, after enhancing of your business, then you go for according to Factory Act or according to Company Act 1956 to development of your industry. Either a plastic industry or a cloth industry or other industries. Right? Are you clear, Venkateswara sir? Right? Registered or non-registered also is there. Right? Thank you one and all to give me this opportunity to speak with you a few words in your esteemed college. Thank you one and all again.
I don't have so many questions because it's a general topic. Okay, so thank you for your presentation, sir. Next participant. Please, all the paper presenters, take 5 minutes. Okay, and we'll go for the question and answer for 5 minutes.
Information to all of you. Please ensure that you please discuss with your title, objectives, methodology, findings and conclusions because we are very short of time. So make please your presentation in this way itself.
Thank you so much, sir. I would like to call P.V. Ramkumar, sir. Sir, please.
My name is Ram Kumar. I am Pajum PJM at Shivani Institute of Management. Thank you for the opportunity giving. Thank you for the opportunity given by Upendra sir and Mother Teresa Engineering College to present my paper here. Structure of NSE small cap companies. And coming to the introduction, the decision relating to capital structure is very important for every business organization. It will give you a less cost of problem. To get the liquidity also we need to borrow the funds, either the equity or debt, whatever the source available, and profitability. Like the growth opportunities and taxes, non-debt tax shields, cost of capital are the major factors affecting in general context of capital structure. In my study, the factors affecting the capital structure I took profitability and size of the company, tangibility and growth and liquidity, cost of capital. These are the independent variables. The dependent variables are debt to assets, short-term debt ratio, and dependent variables for measuring firm's capital structure. And importance of this study. This study can helpful for who want to invest in small cap companies. It should be helpful to them to take decision in investments. And it will helpful to the further researchers. No research will now come with the total Nifty 250 companies or Nifty sector. Only particular segments, the only foreign companies are concentrated majorly on this research. No Indian companies are concentrated overall Nifty small cap companies. Objectives of the study: to identify the factors determining the capital structure of the Nifty small cap companies in India. To study the effect of factors like growth, liquidity, profitability, and tangibility, and size of the leverage. And methodology I took for this study is stepwise regression I followed by using SPSS. My data is secondary in nature, which is collected from the money control. And my formula for this beta naught plus beta 1. Profitability plus beta 2 into size of the company plus beta 3 into tangibility, beta 4 into growth plus beta 5 into liquidity plus error. and limitations of the study. This study limited to